This was in the trash can? I live on a busy road and a lot of people see this garbage can, and I just don't feel like it represents what I'm all about as a detailer. So in this video, we're gonna detail my nasty city-owned garbage can with awesome products. We're gonna have a lot of fun. Let's transform this garbage can. Exactly how would I do it? Stay tuned. So this is all about enjoying the journey, enjoying the process, enjoying the chemicals and tools you have at home. High pH soap from Detail Co. I'm gonna start with, most of the basin full here. I believe I had a little Garage Therapy Decon shampoo in there from before. So this is a high pH soap designed to be used with a foam cannon to decontaminate the surface. So let's just be real generous with it. We know this is a very, very grimy trash can. And so we really can't mess this up. We really can have a lot of fun. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the goal. So here we go. Hard wash from Detail Co. And now for what's inside. Oh, that is gross. We're gonna have to work a lot of this out. We're gonna start with good chemicals and we'll revert to agitation if we absolutely have to. I'm just trying to get rid of everything in this foam cannon right now. We've got a nice amount of suds in there. I know it's gonna create more work for me, but I'm just gonna keep sending it. All right, the foam cannon is just about done here. We're gonna leverage dwell time. In cleaning, I like to talk about chat all the time. C-H-A-T, chat. Chemical, in this case, a really good high pH, pre-treating, pre-wash shampoo in hard wash, right? That's your chemical. Then you've got heat. Heck, the sun is hot today. It's creating a little heat on this trash can. Agitation. We're not gonna get to the agitation yet, although we absolutely could. There's no risk of scratching this. But we're just gonna try to work without having to agitate and see how far that gets us, because it is a trash can. I don't wanna get in there if I don't have to. And then time is dwell time. So I wanna basically let this go as long as it can without it drying in direct sunlight. I'm probably gonna start rinsing it quite soon, and I'm going to leverage none other than the turbo nozzle. This is an essential tool. If you're not gonna be agitating by hand, the turbo nozzle in wheel wells on vehicles, it can be really effective on your sort of touch-free wheel cleaning. The turbo nozzle will mess some stuff up. Do not put your fingers or hand in front of a turbo nozzle. It could really hurt you. The turbo nozzle will be good on something like this. We're going to foam, we're going to rinse, we're gonna foam again, all in direct sunlight, so we wanna be cognizant of that. If I were doing a car, I'd say top to bottom, so why not? Let's start top to bottom. I think I'm gonna end up tipping this over and dumping it out when we get into the barrel of everything, so let's just do this for now and then we can get into there in just a second. In fact, I'll let that cook for a little longer without direct sunlight. All right, I think it's time to tip this bad boy on its side. So I figured this would get kind of nasty and I didn't want to do this in the garage, that's why we're doing it outside. I think I'm just gonna stick the turbo nozzle in there and hope not to get my face in there and pray for a miracle. Okay, so we got paper, apple. Oh yeah, we're doing okay in there. Still some nastiness. I don't think we're gonna get this trash can perfect. Okay, so here's where we're at. The thin film that was on this whole trash can is gone. A lot of the deep staining very much remains. So we gotta be real humble about what we can do with this. We're gonna make it look way better. It's not a Maserati. This is just having a fun day with it. At this point, I feel like we're gonna need very heavy chemical use. So I'm just gonna take low pH soap acid wash and I'm just gonna full send it. I'm doing half a bottle in there. I'm going pretty wild with the chemicals. I think we're gonna need strong chemicals on this trash can. I don't know, what is that, 35, 40 milliliters of acid wash? So essentially that was a 1-to-1 dilution probably. We gotta go heavy hitter on this thing and see what we can accomplish. And it's pretty simple, right? Foam, rinse, foam. So we're gonna let the interior cook a little bit more out of direct sunlight. Looking quite foamy in there. We'll just rinse off. Leveraging dwell time, of course. I think we have more dwell time to work with actually, because of how thick that foam went on. It's not drying anytime soon. Look at that dwell time. Look at that drip, drip. I know it was a crazy dilution, but I think it's what the doctor ordered. So I'm gonna start rinsing off right now. So on the one hand, I feel like we're making really good progress on this plastic garbage can. On the other hand, I feel like agitation will be necessary, and I don't want to agitate the inside of this. So I think I'm just really hoping these chemicals could have done all the work for me, but truth be told, I may just want to live with whatever is left after this if I decide not to agitate. Let's see, let's rinse it off, and then we can decide our next steps from there. Okay, we've foamed, we've rinsed, we've foamed. It still looks pretty nasty. Obviously, this could be years and years and years of neglect. I'm gonna take DIY Detail All Clean straight. That's right. You heard it here first, folks. Breaking all the rules. I just wanna see if I do that much all clean straight and just foam it on. Can I give myself one final advantage? Just because I know this product, I'm having fun with it. I could foam it on in a foamer, but I've got the foam cannon ready. It's gonna dilute it more, so just get some all clean on there for my final wipe down. I was gonna use the neutral wash, which I know Jamie loves from Detail Co, but I was like, I just want something with a little bit more force. I don't think we're at neutral wash yet. Nothing to do with Detail Co's chemicals. It's just a nasty garbage can, for crying out loud. And I know this chemical, I know how to use it, so all clean before agitation. It's kind of my comfort zone when I'm feeling like the detail might be getting out of hand. I always come back to DIY because I know our products and I know what they can do, and all clean is just such a heavy hitter. So let's give this a chance before I agitate with some all clean. Of course, putting it in the Quiver foam cannon. All the products you see in this video available at thehouseofrags.com. You can use promo code NICKATNIGHT, that's one word, Nick at Night, to save yourself 10% off. I don't leave home without the Quiver foam cannon. Oh, and don't forget just a little bit, oops, that's a little bit too much. Just a capful of Incredible Suds is all you need to give that all clean a little more dwell time. I'm gonna want dwell time here in direct sunlight. I just don't want everything to dry on me too quickly. Look at how clean the outside is, right? We're letting the all clean and Incredible Suds mixture just kind of cook in there. But we just have like a few little tiny specks of things that might come off in the agitation or that we can finish off with the dressing at the end. Again, we just want to improve overall the smell, the look, but again, the appearance, right? And overall that 5 foot away appearance, we're gonna get this very dialed in. Whatever may or may not come off, I think we can dress over. But let's do that all clean. Again, would I use all clean straight on car paint? No. Is this a trash can? Yes. Are we having a good time? We certainly are. It's fun to foam, and look at these results. This is why we like Incredible Suds. It gives us that creamier, thicker foam that's gonna dwell for longer. I was going to use just the nozzle, but let me go get kind of a crappy wash mitt, so to speak, something that I don't use as much for paint anymore, and that can be my agitation tool. I say crappy wash mitt, this was actually one of our wash mitts from back in the day, so it's not crappy, but we don't sell it anymore. I'm just gonna be getting grimy with this one, right? So if I'm grinding into it and it absorbs chunks from the trash can, well then I don't want to use this on paint again, so I'm okay throwing this away. So it could be a microfiber towel, whatever you got sitting around that you're just like not too attached to ever using on a nice car again, just because you've moved on. Like I wouldn't use the Incredible wash mitt on this because that's what I love with Incredible Suds. And dwell time's gonna help here, but it's like, how long do I want to sit and work a piece of stuck on paint? I don't really care that much. I'm looking more for like, I know we're detailing it, but let's be honest, right? It's a trash can. So I'm kind of looking for that 5-10 foot away pop, knowing that there's going to be imperfections for sure close up. I mean, you see how it's moving, but it's like, I don't want to sit here on this forever, you know? Like, I could get this to move eventually, but this is my trash can. I wish that I cared more. I mean, I guess the question is, where does it end, right? Where does it end? And what's it worth in terms of my time? And I think just letting certain things be is the way to go. I love our Perfectly Safe brush for automotive paint because with microfiber, it really grips in there, but it doesn't let go very well. So it'll grip into the dirt well. Care about that here. And on car paint, it'll hold on to it, so if you caught a piece of stray dirt or something, it would scratch the next panel if you kept using this. Here we don't care about scratching, so that's why we're kind of freestyling it. And it's gonna snag on some plastics. It might get ripped, and I won't be emotionally, upset about that. I'll just be like, okay, was kind of on the last legs anyway. See, now instead of trash can smell, I've got Incredible Suds mixed with All Clean, which is associated with so many good cleaning memories. Yeah, I mean, this stuff is not moving, guys. I just don't think it's worth it. I simply don't think it's worth it. I'm gonna agitate this top layer right here. See, that moved right there. So that's where the agitation really helped. We can keep doing that. Let's break down as much as we can, right? And then where my mitt stops is probably where I'm gonna stop. I'm planning on throwing this mitt away after this. Let's just rinse this off, then we can put lipstick on the pig and call it a day. Okay, I know this doesn't look great, but I can tell you from a smell test perspective, I'm standing right next to this trash can. I'm very sensitive to odors and I don't smell anything bad. I just smell the nice scent of Incredible Suds and All Clean combined together, which again, a lot of fond memories there. I feel like I've cleaned it as much as I can, as much as I want to today. It's hot outside, it's sunny. There's things to do today. So I'm just gonna finish this up. We're gonna keep rinsing, we'll get what we can. The odor's already gone, but guess what? We're gonna improve the odor in one final step. We want as touch-free as we can get here, so I've got Quick Beads from DIY Detail. We just want to spray this on, rinse it off, build the protection in without having to touch a thing. Because this is hot and I let it dry, that's quite silly of me. I could do a different method right now, and that is the spray in the nozzle. So you sort of spray the Quick Beads into your fan of water, and it kind of protects as you go. You'll use more product, but it's kind of precise and fun. This is where Quick Beads is really gonna shine. On the inside of this trash can, which will get dirty again, we wanna promote self-cleaning even over what is like perceived gunk. We'll brighten up the smell in here and we will call it a day. And finally, DIY Detail tire dressing, tire lotion. We're gonna be generous with our sprays. We're just gonna work it in. And we know it won't be perfect. We could have polished this. We could have used plastic Restore and Protect. But at some point, I think you just gotta call it, It's a trash can. Boy, is it thirsty in this hot sun. You can kind of see a 50-50 there, right? So that's after I've done one lap with tire dressing, that's without it. Definitely gonna make a visual difference when this sits outside. On the curb, on trash day. Just going over one more time for how thirsty it is. Just let it soak up. Here's some thirsty plastic. So I'll just finish up with tire lotion. You can see the after and the before. All these products available at thehouseofrags.com. Use promo code NICK@NIGHT to save yourself 10%. I used Fresh AF from BioBombs, just sprayed it right in there for a little extra deodorization inside that trash can. We got a good looking trash can. We got savings at 10% at thehouseofrags.com. If you have any questions or comments, put them down below. Please like the video, hype it if you could. So is it perfect? Absolutely freaking not. But man, from 5 feet away, she really pops. You could always knock this down with a towel if you didn't like the shine, but I imagine it's just gonna dry nice and matte in this hot sun and all level out on its own. DIY Detail tire dressing doesn't attract dust. It's a fantastic tire dressing, and I don't think people talk about it enough. We added all that pop back, look at that. All that pop, not perfect, but sitting on the side of the road, that'll be the nicest trash can those trash guys are gonna see on their entire route.